Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have a huge matchup between the Basehor Linwood Bobcats versus the Washington Wildcats in the championship round of the Liberty North High School Invitational Tournament. My name is Caden Simpson, joined alongside by my partner, Jace Perrette. Why is this matchup important, Jace?
Well, Caden, this game is so important because of how much work they put in prior to this tournament. And Basehor, Linwood, and Washington are going to do everything in their power to win here tonight. Now, Caden, what needs to go down for the Basehor Linwood Bobcats?
In this matchup, they need to be strong on defense if they want a chance at this one here, while also having smooth transitions will go a long way as well, and having long, efficient possessions. And using their star, Eddie Wilson, who is huge in the last victory for the Bobcats. Tell me about the Wildcats, Jace.
Well, they need to protect the paint if they want to have a good shot at winning this one here tonight, along with knocking down shots and being very, very, very physical. We've seen a lot of this physicality in this tournament, and physicality has gone a long way, whether it be women's or men's basketball. And we're also getting the ball to their weapon, David Alexander. He is going to be a huge player for the Wildcats tonight.
Well, Jace, we're in a treat. Tip-off is coming up very, very soon here. Jace, what do you expect to see here in the first half?
Well, I think we're going to see a very physical game. I think we're going to see some mishaps by both sides, but I think we're going to see a great offense and great defense here in the first half. This is going to be a very good game.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. Both these teams are very, very good. I mean, that's the reason that they're here. They played very good earlier in the tournament, and they both want to win this game. They both have the heart in the fight in these games, and currently they are announcing all of the players on the field, or court, excuse me.
Number 10.
And yeah, we just got about less than a minute or two until this game is underway. This is a big one here for the Liberty North High School Invitational Tournament, where we just wrapped up a women's game where the Basehor Linwood Bobcats fell to the Blue Valley Tigers. That was a great game. Star player Jaden Wooden played out of her mind in that one.
Yeah, this tournament really has been a lot of fun for all the teams that have participated in it. Everybody's done very, very well. And it's been a fun time for everybody to be able to come out and participate in this yearly event that we get to be here for. So it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it definitely has. And both teams talking it over, each on their respective sides, and they are just about ready to go for tip-off in this one. These refs seem excited. These players seem excited. We got a good one here in store.
And all the fans are excited. Everybody decided to show up here for this incredible matchup that we have coming up for you just in a few seconds as the teams walk up to the middle of the court for tip-off.
Yeah, and including us too. I know you're excited, and I know I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this all day, Jace. This has been excited. And the Wildcats are going to start off with the ball here. Number 5 is going to start with it. Runs over to his right, looking for somewhere to pass. He's going to pass it over to number 2. Back to number 4. Steps up, and it's going to be a steal over there by the Bobcats. They're driving right now, and he slips and falls and loses the ball there.
Yeah, good start for both defenses there, as they've played, like we said, very, very physical very early on. And, you know, we talked about already, that's just such a huge key in this tournament and playing in this game.
Yes, it very much is. And Bobcats in a little bit of a drop and a steal, and it's going to be stolen again by the Bobcats.
Yeah, I like that they're keeping composure as the Bobcats.
Bobcats are trying to get a score early here, and a few missed shots there.
No, looks like we're going to have a couple of, or excuse me, no, it's just going to be a foul, and he's going to try and inbound it to one of his teammates here.
Second foul for the Wildcats.
And the Bobcats got it, and he's going to get it in there. First score of the game.
Yeah, first bucket of the night. It was a nice one, too, right up there in the paint. It was a nice shot there.
Number 5 is going to pass to number 4, and we're going to have a stoppage. Looks like Looks like he might have stepped out of bounds there.
And yeah, he did. It's going to be Basehor Linwood Bobcats basketball as they have a chance to go and extend their lead here.
It's going to be Bobcats ball. Number 4 is going to have a quick pass to 21. Looking for somewhere to go. He's got number 2. Back to 1, back to 4. Number 12, bounce pass over the middle. 21 looks for a 3, pulls back. Stepping up is number 12. Back to 21. Back to 12. The passing's been quite great on this possession here.
Yeah, they're making very smart
and 21's
decisions.
Going for the 3, and that one's going to be perfect.
Yeah, it gives them an early 5-0 lead. Great passing there in that possession. That leads to points for them.
Those early points are going to make a difference later in this game. And another 3, and just barely short by number 10, and it's going to go back to the Bobcats, trying to extend this lead. Number 4, physical ball there by number 1 of the Wildcats. And the ball is going to fly right out of his hands, out of bounds. It was knocked out, so it's going to stay Bobcats basketball.
Checking in for the Wildcats, number 24, Ryan Hooks.
Checked into number 12. Bounce to number 21 underneath the basket, inside the paint, trying to shoot it up there. Is able to, but it's going to be rebounded by the Wildcats.
Good defense right now from both sides.
A wide open 3 is just barely short. Bounced up in the air, picked up by number 4, all the way to number 2 of the Bobcats.
Solid defensive rebounding right now, I will say, for both sides.
Blocked, climbs the ladder to grab that one. Back to 4 for the wide open 3, and he's got it. 8-0.
Yeah, ideal start here for the Wildcats. They are playing great offense, making smart shots. They've already hit 2 3-pointers, which is not an easy task to do in the first couple of minutes of the game.
Yeah, they've done a very good job coming out here strong, which is going to hopefully go into the rest of the game. If they can play like this, it's going to be they may come out here winning.
And yeah, obviously a hot start's going to go a long way. As we've seen a lot in this tournament, hot starts go a very, very long way.
Yeah, but if we do look at the other side, the Wildcats, we do have a lot of game left. We have 5:34 left in the first period, and then we got 3 more periods after that. So they have plenty of time to get it figured out, and I 100% believe they can.
Yeah, me too, and we've already seen them playing pretty decent to say.
Yeah, they definitely have played very decent so far. They have only allowed 8. Defense is playing okay. Over to number 1, back to number 24. Number 12 is going to go for the shot. He's got it. The Wildcats are on the board.
Yeah, their first bucket of the night. And excuse us for rearranging the names there when we were talking about the teams.
Oh, number 1, nice high pass, and he goes up there to get it, comes down with it, and it's going to be
jump, and they're going to have a jump ball right here.
Checking it in to number 4, back to number 1, who just checked it in a minute ago. Hits and spins and was able to grab it again. But it looks like
the Bobcats are going to try to inbound it here to their teammate, to one of his teammates.
His first, team 3rd foul for the Wildcats.
Looks like they're going to call a foul. We're going to have an looking for someone to go with the ball, and he's going to go to number 4. Back to number 1. Spin move there. Another spin move. Back to 21. He's going to step up, looking for a lane, nowhere to go, but he's got a wide open number 4. The nice pass there. Another nice pass to number 2. Steps back. There's nowhere to go with the ball. Almost stumbles. And he's going to go for a 3 off the backboard, and it's Wildcat basketball.
Yeah, solid passing there on that possession.
Bounce around in the air.
And I want to talk about how the Washington Wildcats, they've struggled shooting-wise to start this game. They're missing just about everything right now. I think what they need to do is just take more calm shots and take their time. Obviously, they have a couple free throws here, and maybe cut the lead in half if possible.
Yeah, if he's able to make these 2 shots right here, then that'll make it only a 4-point lead, which they were down 8-0 at one point. So all the points you can get, and on a 3-0 run right now, possibly 4, is a great way to get yourself back in the game.
Yeah, it really is. Big runs like these can go a long way in winning games, you know, as you know, obviously the weak start, but they're coming back out strong as we're just one bucket away from this being a very tight game.
Yes, we are, Jace. This one's starting to get close. It's a 4-point game. It's been close at the beginning, and it gets stolen there. Number 13 goes up there, and we got a 2-point game.
Yeah, we got a lot of momentum swinging right now as the Washington Wildcats are on a huge run, 6-0. Let's take a look at this replay here. Driving up in the paint, a nice bucket there. Great play from the Wildcats.
And the Wildcats are on the move here. 6-0 score, 6 unanswered. They need to go for a deep 3, just off the rim, just barely short there.
Yeah, good defense there by the Bobcats, not allowing anything to get open and just forcing him to take a tough shot that he probably knew he wasn't going to make.
An easy layup there inside the paint by number 21 of the Bobcats.
Yeah, stops the 6-0 scoring run there. Let's take a look at the replay there. This was a really nice pass into the paint, found him open, just shot at the backboard and it went in.
And the 3-pointer is off the rim, and it's going to be bounced out of bounds.
And yeah, mistake there by number 21, the Bobcats, making it Washington basketball yet again, as they'll have another chance to score already in their own territory.
All right, it's gonna be Wildcats basketball, down by 4, looking to extend their comeback. Bounced over the middle, and it's gonna be blocked, and it's gonna be a steal. Number 4 the Bobcats is putting on a show so far in this one. And a little bit of a backwards dribble. And it's bounced and out of bounds. Looks like the Wildcats touched that last.
Yeah, it looks like they did, and it's going to be Bobcats basketball. I mean, I want to say something. Bobcats have had amazing coverage so far in this game.
Yeah, defensively they've played really, really well. I'm very impressed with how they've played. And it's going to be a nice pass to the outside, brought in by the Bobcats. And then a little bit of a behind the back. And it's going to be dropped, and it's going to roll in right into us.
They did roll right into us there as moved our setup a little bit, didn't it, Caden?
Well, Chase, we're going to have to get oriented once again here. And it's going to be a nice inbound pass to number 4, and he's running up the middle, finds a little bit of lane, jumps and passes it back. And it's going to be stolen. Oh, but he's going to hold on to it.
Ooh,
back
wow.
To 12, and he's got it in there.
That was one of the most impressive plays I've seen all night. That was absolutely absurd. Let's take a look at that replay here. What a pass up into the paint. What a move there, just swerving him around for a bucket to double their lead, to double the points of the Wildcats.
I can't believe he even held on to that ball. It looked like he got it ripped away, but he somehow held on and was able to get it to his teammate for the score.
Yeah, it looked like he kind of dropped it right there, but he was able to keep composure and make a great play.
And the Wildcats are going to have a nice pass over there to 13, but it looks like there's a stoppage here. It looks like they're going to retry the inbound pass. Back-to-back fouls here with around 2.5 minutes remaining in this first period.
And yeah, we've had a really good first period here. I've loved what I've seen from both sides of the basketball. Obviously, oh, a great steal there.
That was incredible. He jumped right in front of the intended target there. They're looking to extend their lead. Steps up and back to 13 and runs into a wall there. Number 15 was in his way.
Yeah, I mean, this game has been very physical like we talked about in the pregame so far. I mean, they are playing very tight coverage and very good basketball both sides right now. Defensively as well, I mean, they aren't giving up much.
Yeah, defensively, both these teams are standing up strong, which is what you really want in a big game like this. You want to stay strong when you're trying to defend your goal or basket. We got a few free throws here from number 13 of the Bobcats. First one is good.
And yeah, makes it a 13-6 lead for first team to get into the teens today, as they're going to try and make it an 8-point game to what it was originally when they were up 8-0.
All right. The second one is up and good. So perfect right there on his free throws, and driving is number 11 of the Washington.
And one thing I want to talk about is how everyone's points in this game really came on streaks. I mean, the Bobcats got off to that wild 8-0 start, and then the Wildcats scored 6 in a row, and now the Bobcats are on a 6-0 run.
Yeah, it's really came in waves here. Which team keeps the streak? For the Washington, they're hoping to get a big streak started right here. Under the basket, and he's going to go up for a 2-point score.
Great rebound there, able to make the bucket.
Wildcats, and the Bobcats looking for a room. Barely able to get it away over to number 1. Spin, fakes the spin, dumps it off to 3. Back over to 1. He has nowhere to go, stepping around. He's going to push his way into the basket, and they're going to fall down.
And number 1 for the Wildcats, very aggravated after that play.
Foul call, number 1.
Yeah, that showed the physical.
Marion Womack. His second, team 5th foul.
All right, we have some free throws here. First one is just wide of the margin. And the second one up there, that one is going to be good. That's going to extend it to a 7-point lead. Have you liked what you've seen so far, Jace?
Yeah, I've liked what I've seen from the Bobcats especially. They're playing great offense so far in the first quarter, as they're on pace to put up a ton of points in this one.
Yeah, they've done really good offensively and defensively. Defensively, the Wildcats have also played great. Offensively, they had their streak at the beginning. They just scored 2 points just before that Bobcats possession. It looks like they might be getting a little something going there.
Yeah, they really need to now, as they trail by 7.
Number 5 steps up, and he's going to go for the 2, and he's in there. Cut this lead to 5. Oh, and Bobcats basketball, I believe.
And let's take a look at this replay right here. That was a really nice bucket by number 5. Who just took his chin off a little bit ago.
All right, and some free throws here by number 4, and the first one is good. Another one coming, 6-point lead.
Yeah, 6-point lead right now, trying to make it a bigger lead, obviously. As you know, big things about these high school basketball games is you got to make really big leads. Obviously, you know, get a few shots right here.
Yeah, another thing is taking advantage of the chances you get, like this. This is probably one of the easiest shots you could put in basketball, is with nobody around and you're by yourself, with getting 3 free throws there.
Yeah, 4. Yeah, and they almost just extended their lead to 10 points, 9 to be exact. I mean, they're leading big right now, and they have possession of the basketball. This is a big opportunity for the Bobcats, but the Wildcats need to stop really, really bad on this possession.
Yeah, it's Bobcats basketball, back to number 3. Back to number 4, drops it, but able to get it back to 21. Looking for somewhere to go. They're taking their time on this possession. Pass back out, looks for 3, drops, stolen by the Washington. And stolen again, and stolen once again. We've got steals all over the place.
Yeah, that was a crazy possession right there. Let's take a look at some of these replays here. You can see the first steal picked up by number 12 of the Bobcats, and then he fell and dropped it, and it was picked up by the Washington Wildcats, as now he gets a couple of free throws here to try and extend it double-digit lead, which would be the first double-digit lead of the night.
Yeah, they're starting to extend their lead here, but we have a lot of basketball in front of us, and Washington has showed us that they can score and play really good defense, as they had the 6-0 run earlier in this game. They're looking to have another one of those 6-0 runs coming up here very, very soon.
Yeah, they're going to need something bigger than a 6-0 run, however. They're down about 9 points right now. They're going to need a lot. Still got a ton of time, obviously. We aren't even finished with the first quarter yet. We still got about 45 seconds.
Yeah, that shot was just short. Gonna stop it here.
And I believe it's going to stay Wildcats basketball, but
Two free shots here.
a couple free throws trying to cut into their lead right here, as the Bobcats on a little bit of a streak right now.
It's a 3-possession game at the moment.
And he cuts it down to 8, cutting the streak of the Bobcats right there.
Yeah, the streak has unfortunately come to an end for the Bobcats, but fortunately for the Wildcats, they got a new streak going, and hopefully their goal is to extend that streak, and it's going to be picked up there by number 12 of the Bobcats. They're trying to get more on the board here with 30 seconds remaining in this quarter, and he's going to go up for the 3.
What a play there. He was making some crazy moves, juking defenders out of their socks right there. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was amazing by him to be able to drive down the field.
And let's take a look at this replay here. That was a beauty of a shot, making it a double-digit game yet again. And the Bobcats are really controlling this one right now.
Yeah, the Bobcats are playing really good basketball here, showing why they have made it this far in this tournament. And 4 is driving. He looks for another 3. He's going to pull it back to number 1, back to 4. They're taking their time. 9 seconds remaining in this quarter. Trying to get a little bit of room here. He's going to bounce it back. He's going to go for the last second 3, and he's going to swish it just before the buzzer.
And yeah, that was a very good first quarter there offensively. Let's take a look at this last replay. Great pass right to him, and the bucket, making it 25-12 at the end of the first.
Yeah, that was the first quarter, and that was a good one. I'm expecting a really nice rest of the game, James.
Me too, yeah. I think the Washington Wildcats are going to get things together and sort it out and make this a very, very close game heading into halftime. And, you know, the Bobcats are not without stress, though. I mean, yes, they do lead by 13 right now, but they have kind of struggled a little bit with fouls.
Yes, they have. And they also they're playing a very strong opponent on the other side. The Wildcats, they have a very, very good coaching staff over there, so I will not be surprised if they come out after this break or even after halftime with some really good adjustments and stuff, because one of the biggest things in games like this, you have to be able to make adjustments, right? Because the beginning of the game, you go out and you have your plan, but obviously the plan isn't going as it was planned, so now they're going to have to make adjustments and improve, and they are down by 13 points right now.
Yeah, adjustments, like you said, are just so huge in this game, and we still have so much basketball left to play, and the Wildcats still have a huge opportunity for a comeback as both teams' players coming right on the court. You can see Basehor, Linwood, and Washington getting ready to start the second half, and the Wildcats get the ball down 13.
Yeah, the Wildcats are going to get the ball here to open up the second period of the night. Looking for somewhere to go. He's going to toss it back to number 4. Around the paint, and he's going to go up, and it's going to be the second shot was in there.
It's going to be a bit late, though.
They called the foul before the shot, and number 4 is going to be up there with 2 chances
His first foul for the Bobcats.
shorten the deficit.
And yeah, they really need these points right here. These are big points in this game, aren't they, Caden?
Yeah, they really are. As we enter the second period of the night, these points are going to become very crucial, as you do not want to get down even bigger than you already are. And the second shot is not going to be in there, but he does make one of them, shortens it to 12 points. It's better than 13 points, and the defense is playing good, very good right now.
Yeah, the defense a little bit of a strong start to the quarter. They need to not allow too many points this quarter so they can stay in this game and rely on their offense a little bit in the second half.
Yeah, that's definitely the goal. They want their defense to step up here and play more physical ball. And it looks like they are right now. They're trying to press everybody. Number 4 has nowhere to go, and he's going to jump back and somehow picked up by 12, and he throws it over to 13. And that's going to be, looks like that's going to be a foul there.
Yeah, pretty good call by the refs there. Let's take a
12.
look at this replay. Yeah, good call there by the refs. He was clearly just kind of tackled there out of bounds. As we get back into this game, the Bobcats still maintain possession of the ball, up 12.
The Bobcats basketball. And that one is going to go out of bounds.
Yeah, bounced out of bounds, knocked out of bounds right there, and it's going to be Bobcats possession still.
Stay Bobcats basketball. Number 2, again with the defense of the Wildcats are really stepping up here. The pass was off his leg, able to pick it back up, tosses it to 12. He makes a little bit of a juke move. Steps back to number 4. He's around the 3-point line and barely able to grab that one before it goes out of bounds.
It kind of looks like they want to get in the paint here.
Yeah, they're looking here. It's going to be stolen and drove into the ground there.
Yeah, this Washington defense is playing great right now. Very, very, very physical basketball as we look the replay.
Yeah, it's gonna stay Bobcats basketball. Looking for somewhere to go, and they're gonna play it dead there.
Foul call number 4, Brecken Rye, technical foul call.
And we have some free throws coming from the Wildcats, looking to shorten this lead even more. They've scored 1 unanswered.
Yeah, good start to this second quarter so far as they're going to try and get some buckets. Got one right there, and I believe they can make this under a 10-point deficit as they really can cut into the Bobcats lead right now, can't they, Caden?
Yeah, they really can. They're starting to rack up the points here in the second quarter as the Bobcats haven't scored any yet. And that was 2 perfect shots to make it only a 10-point lead. So they're starting to cut into the deficit.
Yeah, it looks like the comeback is on right now for the Wildcats.
The Wildcats are starting to take a little bit of their time here. They got plenty of time in this game. Under the basket, nice pass, a wide open 3, and he's got it to cut the lead down to 7.
What a bucket there. That was an incredible shot, a great pass, very elusive offense there, and I don't know, stolen, but a whistle blows that play dead right now as he looks to be a little bit shaken up on that play. Very unfortunate set of circumstances right there. Number 10 comes out for number 1.
Number 10 looks like he's in a little bit of pain. Hopefully that young man over there is all right, and the Bobcats are going to have the basketball. Bobcats are looking for somewhere to go. The high ball pulled in there by number 12, and he's going to just barely be short. And the Wildcats have the ball.
And that was absolutely...
All right, the Wildcats, the comeback is on right now. They have scored...
Timeout, Basehor, Linwood High School.
All right, a little bit of a timeout here. Now we saw an injury right there. It looks like, it looks like the Wildcats player there got hit in the groin by the basketball. That's pretty painful.
Yeah, that's gotta hurt pretty bad there, but I hope he's okay, and I think he should be okay. Obviously, his team on a roll right now, scoring 6 in a row. The Wildcats trying to make this under a 5-point game pretty shortly here.
Yeah, he's one of their star players, hoping that he'll be okay and be able to come back onto the court.
Yeah, he looks okay there on the sidelines. Looks like he'll be ready to go in a couple of minutes now.
Pass back to number 12. Back to number 12, and he's going to run over a defender and stays up. It looks like he was going to fall, and he was able to catch himself there. And that's going to make it Bobcats basketball.
Yeah, good luck there for the Bobcats. They've really struggled with getting a couple of breaks here to start the second half, as things are just going the Wildcats' way in the first couple of minutes here, but now something goes in favor of the Bobcats.
Yeah, it really has. It's been all Wildcats. We're back to the Bobcats, and they're driving now. Like we said, it's been coming in waves. Back over to number 3, a little bit of a step there. Back to 11, has nowhere to go. He's gonna hand it off to 12, behind his back. Back to 2, he's behind the 3-point line. A little bit of a fumble, and it's gonna be up there and back to 12, and up there and back to 12. And up there and in.
A whistle's blown, though.
The whistle was blown just before the score. And it's going to be Washington ball. They still have not given up a point in this quarter.
Yeah, another good break there for the Washington Wildcats. Things going just perfect for them. I mean, you couldn't really want much more.
And the Bobcats got the ball back. The Wildcats are going to go for the score, and it's going to be short. The Bobcats are driving right here down the middle of the court. Number 1, he's looking for somewhere to go. Back to 3, and for the 3, and it's perfect. So first points of the second period.
Washington High School.
And yeah, well, the Washington timeout's going on. We've had two Basehor Linwood. The coach of Basehor Linwood has had 2 technical fouls here in the first half.
Yeah, that could play a big impact later in this game.
Excuse me, 2 warnings in a technical. That is not a good sign at all. As if he gets kicked out of the game, things could really become very, very, very difficult for them. As
your head coach is really the heart and soul of the team. He's the guy that, puts in the game plan. He's the guy.
And yeah, the Bobcats really do need to, they finally stopped the scoring drought as they got a 3 there, and they made it back to a 10-point game, but the Wildcats are still red hot right now, aren't they, Caden?
Yeah, they really are. Both teams are really starting to get red hot right now as the Wildcats have scored, only giving up 3 points here in the second, but the Bobcats are starting to get something rolling here. So that was a really nice 3-pointer. The step back, the jump, and the swish. Perfect sequence there.
Oh, yeah, definitely. As we see both teams trotting back out onto the court. As they're ready to start this next possession, the Wildcats look very hungry right now, but so do the Bobcats.
Yeah, both teams are hungry to get out of this game with the win. Bobcats are trying to cut that lead back to, and that ball's going to go out of bounds. So they are going to say it was hit out of his arm, so that's going to make it Wildcats basketball.
Yeah, great luck there for the Wildcats. They've been very, very lucky here early in the second quarter.
Yes, they have. They have been very lucky, but they've also played very good basketball, which leads to success. And so far, they've done good in this half, and it's just going to be short, trampled over there by number 11 and number 12.
Yeah, it looks like he may have been fouled. And yes, he was. It's going to be a couple of shots for him. Hopefully he can make some of these to try and get to 20 and cut this league back within 10.
For the Bobcats.
a few free shots here by number 4. That first one is going to be in there.
And he's going to get within 10. Now this one trying to get it to 20. Number 4 has really been a big player for this Washington Wildcats team, hasn't he, so far tonight?
Yes, he has, and that's going to be another one good. So that's going to cut the lead back to 8. Be a little bit of a dump off. The Bobcats are trying to find a little bit of room there. Drive it up the field, steps back, spins around, able to get it over to number 2. Steps up, steps back, back to 1, and us through the wickets there and out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a very physical game there, and now the Wildcats get another break with the ball again as they can try and maybe make this a 5-point game if they want to go for a 3-point shot here.
Yeah, they really are making this deficit much shorter as they're slowly taking their time with the ball. And number 22's got it now. Back over to 4, he's driving, he's gonna shoot it up there, and he's gonna be fouled again there under the inside the paint.
Yeah, a little bit short there inside the paint, and finally, a Basehor Linwood gets a break. Let's look at that on the replay there.
And they're gonna call an offensive foul.
Yeah, good call there by the refs. They made the right decision.
Yeah, Bobcats, nice little stutter move to get the defender.
Heavy defense right now from the Wildcats. He can't do anything.
Yeah, that was really good defense there. He was absolutely locked up there around midcourt. And it's going to stay Bobcats basketball.
Now the Bobcats are playing have played really amazing in this game right now. But so have the Wildcats, too. Despite trailing by 8, they've gone on some really, really good runs.
A little bit of a really high pass, but able to be brought in here by number 11. Steps back. Passes it over to number 3. Looking for somewhere to go. Spin move, step back. Oh, barely gets it to number 1. Drives up the middle, and he's going to get to number 2 in the high pass. And that shot's going to be in there.
Yeah, first team to get the 30s. Now the Bobcats with the bucket, making it a 10-point game yet again. The Wildcats really need a couple of buckets right now.
Yeah, they really do. Their comeback was started, but they could not complete it just yet.
Yeah, I think for the Wildcats, they really need to go on a big run here, and obviously a couple free throws can be a really good start to that.
Yeah, they've been able to get it within 8, but after they do that, they allow some points of the Bobcats, and that's not what they want right now. They want to eventually take the lead here and get on a little bit of a run here.
Yeah, they do, and that sounded like it could have been a little bit too hard against the rim, but it does end up going in, and he can still make it an 8-point game yet again. They really got to get within 8, don't they?
Yeah, well, in the quarter here, they've outscored the Bobcats by a score of 9-5.
Yeah, they are definitely winning this quarter, but this has been a much more defensive quarter so far. Blocked! And
rolled out of bounds. Well, Jace, yeah, they may have maybe up 9-5 in this quarter, but that's why the game isn't decided after the quarter. That's decided at the end of the game, and they're hoping to have more points at that point. Not right now.
No, but the Bobcats with possession of the basketball up 9.
Yeah, they're driving back over to number 2.
Good passing right now.
Yeah, trying to get into the paint here to get it, and it's going to be blocked off the fingertips.
Yep.
It looked like number 12.
The Bobcats are being really efficient right now, taking their time with the basketball, driving up into the paint and down the court. And it's really paying off well for them as they have 30 points on the first half alone.
Yeah, they have done very, very well. And it's going to be a high ball to 21, and he underhands it back over. And it's going to get stolen there. Rebounded there underneath the basket. And that shot was good, but is not going to count.
Yeah, way too late there. But, again, great defense there by the Wildcats. They're getting really physical here in the second quarter as they have not given up much. As really, honestly, if they would have been a bit closer in the first quarter, we would have an incredibly, incredibly tight game right now.
Yeah, you're very, very right about that. It's a 9-point game pending these free throws here. But in the first half, it was much larger of a margin. And that one's going to be go in and come out right there.
And yeah, again, number 4 has been a big part for them so far tonight. He has been out of this world. He's been arguably the best player on the court for maybe even either team, hasn't he, Caden?
He really has. He's been one of the biggest reasons that they have a shot to come back in this one. And that free throw is going to be good to make it an 8-point game. And we're back to the 8-point lead here.
Now we've
seen a few 8-point leads tonight.
This game's been an 8-point game, actually a good chunk, you know. And oh, what a catch there.
Yeah, he climbed the ladder and it was tipped, and it's going to go out of bounds around the Bobcats bench.
But fortunately for them, they will get to inbound this basketball, and
that one's going to roll out of the back line there.
And the Bobcats have had a little bit of trouble getting the ball in right now.
Wide open Bobcat around the 3-point line. He dumps it off to his teammate, number 3. Tight coverage, dropped by number 3. Able to grab it, able to get it away. A wide open 3. And off the rim, but he's able to get it in there.
Great rebounding, able to get the bucket. That rebound was very, very important there into that score.
Here we go, Jace. The Wildcats are driving and tried to go for the shot and got smacked out of his hands, and that's going to be a foul.
Yeah, it did. This game has been a very foul-heavy game, as the Basehor Linwood coach very, very vocal right now.
All right, we have the free throws coming from number 5, who just got fouled on that possession. And the first one is after a few bounces in there.
And yeah, here's Basehor Linwood's head coach. He is, even though his team is up 9 points right now, he seems to be very upset. As you know, we have headsets on and we can even hear it.
And here comes the second free throw. And it's off, so Jace, we almost got another 8-point lead. But just unable to get it, and somehow holds on to that one. That one almost hit us. He's trying to find somewhere to go. Throws it over to a wide open 3. They're going to call that play dead, and they're going to say our Washington basketball.
Yeah, this one got cut down to a 9-point game. Washington's offense really needs some going here before the end of the half.
Yeah, looking to get points here before the half. We're just a minute and a half away. And they're going to call it travel there on Washington. So Bobcats are getting it back.
Yeah, the Basehor Linwood Bobcats get a little bit of a break there, as really this quarter has heavily favored the Wildcats, as they've outscored the Bobcats by a score of 11-7.
Yes, they have. But if you look at the scoreboard right now, it's 32-23 right now. So they're only down by 9. Stepping up into the paint is 13, the jump, and he's going to get it back on his own shot. Bouncing it around. Everybody's touching the ball in this possession in a little bit of a slower pace. 3 is looking for somewhere to go with 45 seconds remaining. Back to 13 and stolen by 10 up there to make the shot. And they're going to cut that lead down to 7.
Yeah, great offensive quarter here for the Wildcats. They scored 13 points, and they get and one here to make this a 6-point game. Just 2 possessions, as really the Bobcats' lead is in danger right now, especially if he makes this one, isn't it, Caden?
Oh, yeah, everybody's on their toes right now because this game has been really good since the beginning and starting to get much closer as only a 6-point game, 35 seconds remaining in the half, and it's almost stolen by the Wildcats, but it's picked up by the Bobcats.
Oh!
And he's going to get in there. Well, Jace, believe it or not, we have another 8-point lead.
Yeah, I mean, probably the 50th one we've seen by now, but let's take a look at this replay here. What a move there, so elusive, just a great shot.
Yeah, absolutely incredible there. The Wildcats are looking to shorten the lead with just 8 seconds going in the half. Running out of time, 10's gonna drive, a wide open three, and wide, just barely off. He's got 1 second, and we're gonna reach triple zeros here on the board, where the Bobcats are up 34-26 over the Wildcats.
Yeah, very good first half. Obviously a lot of offense here. And Basehor Linwood's coach has been very, very vocal in this one, as he's had a technical foul, some warnings, and very vocal, and there's a chance he could get kicked out of this game, unfortunately.
And that would be probably worst case scenario over there for his team.
Yeah, they need their coach big time, and we'll come back after the break. The Basehor Linwood Bobcats lead the Washington Wildcats 34-24-6.
welcome back to this matchup of the Washington Wildcats and the Basehor Linwood Bobcats, where the Bobcats are leading 34-26 over the Wildcats. Jace, what do you expect to see here in this second half?
Well, I think we're going to see a Wildcat attack here in the second half. I think they're going to play some really good basketball here and make this a really close game. The Wildcats had a very strong second quarter, and I think they're going to do a good job of carrying that momentum into the second half.
Well, this game has been a game of streaks. Each team has had a long streak of 6, 8, or 9 unanswered points, and then it's flipped. I expect to see a lot more of that here in this game, but for the Wildcats, they're expecting to have a little bit longer of a streak to be able to get that lead back.
Yeah, they really are.
Back over to number 5, back to number 13. The Wildcats are going to start with the ball in this one. Back to 11, back to 24, back over to 13. So the passing has been very nice in this possession.
Yeah, it really has. I agree, Caden.
And he's looking for a lane, and he's going to step up and just off the back, and it's going to be Bobcats basketball. It's going to bounce off. Nice rebound there by 21. And over to a wide open 4 right in the middle of their side of the court. Underneath pass, and he's gonna jump and just barely unable to get it in there.
Wildcats really did a great job there of contesting the paint, heavily contested as you saw, and really difficult for the Bobcats to really get anything going there, but thankfully for them, they do maintain possession, and they're gonna try and inbound it here.
Yes, they will here, and it's gonna be Bobcats basketball, able to get it over to 12, back over to 1. And then 1, he's gonna just barely unable. A little bit unlucky there, Jace.
Yeah, I did. I kind of grinded my teeth a little bit. That was so close there. Just unfortunately wasn't able to get the shot in. Thankfully for the Wildcats, they're playing really good defense in the first minute, 21 seconds of this half, aren't they?
Yeah, like we talked about in the first half, they're gonna have to make some changes going into the break, and it looks like those changes are working pretty well right now. I mean, I know it's really early. It's hard to tell, and it's going to be shot over the head of 4. A little under the legs, back to number 1.
Yeah, he was struggling to find someone open there, so he kind of just chucked it up, and it did pay off well.
It definitely did, and 4 is going to go for the shot and swish.
And that was a great shot there to make it a 10-point lead for the Basehor Linwood Bobcats as they're playing as they get the first bucket of the half.
And Washington looking to get something on the board here in the second half of play, down by 10, and the shot is tipped and grabbed by the Bobcats. So again, the Bobcats are playing very strong defensively here. In a wide open 21, he's looking for somewhere to go. Over to his man, number 1. Over to number 2. So the passing has been very good in this half. And he's got another 2-pointer, 38-28.
Great start for the Bobcats as they start off on a 4-0 run.
And excuse me there, that was 38-26.
And let's take a look at some notes we got from the coaches. Washington's head coach said they need to finish more while also limiting turnovers. They did kind of struggle with those things in the first half, and they're going to try and change those things in the second half.
Yeah, and if we look at the Bobcats, their coach mentioned that they need to keep scoring and play defense because they are up right now, and they're trying to keep that lead and extend it.
And yeah, we still see the Basehor Linwood coach very aggravated on the sideline,
as this team is still up right now by 12. And they're looking to add to that, trying to find somewhere to go. 21 over to 1. Back over to 21 for the 3. And just off the rim and bounced and picked up by Washington. Almost, and it is stolen. Wide open lane and blocked.
Yeah, went out of bounds there, but thankfully for the Bobcats, still going to be ending up in their possessions. They still have the basketball.
Yes, they do. It's going to stay Bobcats ball. They had the steal there, and then it got punched out. But they're going to have a inbound pass from the edge line. And it's going to be up over to 21. Hands it off to 2, and the 3 shot is wide right, or excuse me, wide left.
A little bit of an awkward shot there. It ends up paying off well for the Wildcats, so they're going to get the basketball. They really need their first points of the half. They haven't scored yet, and we're almost halfway through the third quarter.
Yes, points are going to start coming very important here as this game starts to wind down. And he's trying to get the ball barely off and barely missed.
Struggles continue offensively for the Wildcats. They really need something to get going right now.
Yes, they do. They need the defense to stand up strong, and 21 slips, able to stay upright. Dumps it off to 3. Looking for somewhere to go. Steps back. He's got 4. Taking his time on this possession. Forward driving foul lane. Steps back. Spins around. Tries to shoot. Pulls it back, and he's got it.
A nice bucket there to get to 40. The Bobcats playing very well right now, as their coach
they are, the
still
Bobcats.
showing a lot of emotion.
Yes, they are. These are very emotional games, Jace. This is a very big game for them, and they're hoping to come out here with the win. And Washington's moving around, and he's going to go for the 2, and it's going to be rebounded by the Bobcats, and he wasn't paying attention. 21 wasn't paying attention. He gets knocked out of his hands, but his teammate was able to save him there. Almost a crucial mistake, and he gets slammed down.
And just a masterpiece of madness right there. I had no idea what was going on. Players were dropping the ball and just, oh.
The Wildcats are trying to get some points on. They haven't scored at all here in the first half, and we're about 5.5 minutes in, and the 3 is off, and the Bobcats got the rebound.
Yeah, again, the Bobcats are playing really, really well defensively in the second half so far. They are executing their keys of playing defense right now.
They definitely are, and it's a steal. Picked up by Washington, and it's slammed out of his hand at the last second. He was trying to go for the dunk there.
Yeah, he just couldn't get it. It seems like there's almost an invisible lid on the basket right now for the Bobcats, as luck is just not falling in their favor like it was in the second quarter.
Well, I would say that was pretty impressive there to be able to catch up to him and block that one away. Looked like he had a wide open lane.
Yeah, it really did, and now he does get a couple of free throws. Hopefully, number 4, who's been a huge player tonight, can make a big pull.
All right, we're gonna go to an interview with the head coach.
Hey, my name is Chase Robertson. I'm here with Coach McBride. And the first half did very well for you. How do you continue this dominant performance and get the dub?
We got to stay out of foul trouble and take care of the ball.
Thank you.
And yeah, I mean, obviously the foul trouble, obviously kind of referring to himself there, you know, as he did get into some foul trouble there in the first half, didn't he?
He did, but his team is up right now, up by 13. But if we take a look at the game, the Wildcats got their first score of the half, and that's going to be their second score of the half.
Just barely goes in there, got a little bit lucky, but
a little bit lucky, so luck was in their favor on that one. Number 4 is driving, looking for a lane. Steps back, everybody, oh, nice back shoulder pass. Number 11 has it tipped out of his hands.
Good defense right now by the Wildcats.
Once again, but it's picked up by him. He's able to get back, and it's bouncing off Wildcat defenders, and they're gonna get the steal.
What a pass there by the Wildcats, as just great execution. And let's cut it over to an interview with the Wildcats head coach.
Hi, my name is Chase Robertson. I'm here with Coach Screen. So the first half didn't go so well for you. What's the game plan you talked with your team to get the victory?
Limit our turnovers and continue with our defensive pressure.
Thank you.
And a three-pointer is going to be off the edge. The Wildcats gaining momentum here. Steps back, and he's going to go for the three, and it's in and out of there. Picked up by 21. All right, the Bobcats are driving, looks for a three, pulls it back in. He's going to trample over a defender.
And he looks hurt there on the play. Number 4 has been such a key player for the Wildcats tonight. Sucks to see him go down like that.
Yeah, well, he had number 21 run right on top of him, so that never feels good.
Yeah, obviously getting.
As tall as that guy is.
Yeah, obviously just getting ran like a car on a road there. That was pretty ugly.
His second team first foul for the Wildcats.
Free shots there for the Bobcats. Number 21. Stupid. A little bit of substitution here. And the Bobcats extend their lead to 13 points. And
Yeah,
a nice pass over to number 1.
And I want to say right now they do have a shot to maybe even put this game away if they can play good defense right now, heading into the fourth quarter and to start the fourth quarter as they lead by a good margin.
Yes, they do. And the Wildcats are looking to get something going here. They've only scored twice in the half. And over to number 4. And a nice pass. Driving up the middle, making a little bit of a move, and they're going to call
a travel.
Called on the Wildcats.
Right call there by the refs. They made a good decision calling that. And, you know, things have really gone the way of the Bobcats so far here. Well, not so far. I mean, the third quarter's got 39.6 seconds left, but in the third quarter to this point, hasn't it?
Yeah, here in the third quarter, they've really dominated like they mostly did in the first half. They're looking to extend their 13-point lead here. 13's looking to go somewhere, and he's got 21. 21's got nowhere to go. He's been a key player in this half. Over to 3. Over to 21. Over to 13. And it's just outside of the basket, bouncing around here. Wildcats able to pick it up after the steal. Cuts inside.
And we got just 3.1 here to go in the third. Things looking up for the Bobcats, aren't they, isn't it, Caden?
They're definitely looking good. And on the other side, the Wildcats' mistakes have been very, very prone here in the third period. And if they can clean that up, they still have a shot. Over to 12. And he's got the
wow,
buzzer
what
beater.
A buzzer beater there. That was incredible.
He's got the buzzer beater.
In the third quarter.
And we got triple zeros where the Bobcats are going to keep their 41-31 lead over the Wildcats. We've had a very, very good game here through the first 3 quarters. Here we got 1 left to go, with the Wildcats having a 10-point deficit. Hoping that they're able to come back in this one with all the streaks that have happened. Each team has been on a run. Washington has been very slow in this second half as they've only scored 5 points.
And we have word that there's some security on the coach because of how livid he is right now. And I mean, very obvious as it's been a rough half, as it was a rough second quarter, but they did have a better third quarter.
Yeah. I mean, this game means a lot to him, so he's gonna show a lot of emotion, how much this means to him and his team, his Bobcats team. And we got one more to play. Wildcats starting with the ball. Trying to cut that deficit, down by 10 right now. Back to 5, back to 2, over the middle, and a nice pass. And he's gonna drive in the high ball up to 5.
Great catch there by number 5.
Yeah, and dropped by 1. He's able to get it back in. The refs are gonna call this play dead.
Timeout, Kansas City, Washington High School.
And it's gonna be a timeout by the Washington Wildcats.
Yeah.
Chase, what do you expect to see from them here in the final quarter of the game?
I think they're going to try and pull some things out of the trick bag. I mean, 7:35 to go, down 10 points is a very difficult situation, along with how well the Bobcats are playing offensively and defensively. They had a very strong third quarter. I think the Wildcats are going to make this one an interesting game to the finish.
Well, they have done that all game. They've made it very, very interesting. They have not led at any point tonight, but this is the time where they'd like to get there first.
Yeah, I know they have not, but another thing I've noticed in this tournament, teams who start strong have ended strong in every game pretty much at this point.
Yeah, pretty much every game that I have seen, the team that has scored first has been the team to come out with the win. And the Wildcats are trying to change that scenario right here. And it's going to go back over to number 2. Steps up, rolls it, and it's a steal. The Bobcats have got it back in, a little bit of a bounce pass to number 3. Over to number 2, and it's blocked, but he's gonna catch his own blocked pass. Over to 21, he's been a great target underneath the paint, or the basket. Inside the paint, underneath the basket, and that ball's gonna go out of bounds.
And yeah, Washington with a good defensive start to this quarter here.
Yes, they have. They're only down by 10. Only 4 possessions.
And Basehor Linwood's coach still very livid on the sideline despite his team with a double-digit lead in just 7 minutes to go, you know?
Yeah, and number 10, he's got the 3-pointer right there to break it down to a 7-point lead.
Cutting it to 7, yeah, and really making things stressful for the Bobcats. And something I've noticed, the Bobcats have played really well in their stretch tonight.
Yes, they have. They've been able to bounce back from allowing a few shots here and there, and that is going to be a foul.
Yeah, and
they're going to call the offensive foul, and the Wildcats have a chance to make it a 1-possession game.
Yeah, we've seen the Bobcats with a lot of offensive fouls here tonight. They've struggled on that front and just giving Washington a bit too many opportunities.
Yes, they have, and that could hurt them in the end. But right now, Washington is on their side, and the shot is up and off and rebounded by the Bobcats. Trying to get the ball away, and he's gonna lose it. And it's gonna be picked up by the Wildcats.
Great steal there as the Wildcats now trying to cut this lead down even more, as they can cut it to maybe about 4 points if they get a 3 or something.
Yes, they can, and they're gonna lose it, and the ball's gonna be thrown behind the backboard.
Yeah, 4 visibly upset there, as he knew they had a great opportunity to score and cut and make this lead even shorter with just 5 minutes, 47 seconds to play.
Yes, we only have 5 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. 7-point game, so it's up for grabs. Anybody could come out with this one. And the Bobcats are driving up the middle, steps back, fade away, and that's going to be their first score of the quarter.
Yeah, that was a beautiful shot right there. Great fadeaway with the easy bucket, making it 9-point game again.
Yeah, back to a 9-point game. The Wildcats are looking for it, but it's going to bounce right to 21 of the Bobcats. They're driving, and he almost wasn't paying attention once again.
Yeah, that's why you got to stay locked in at this point in the game.
Got to keep your eyes open. And it's dropped by number 4. Back to 21, wide open 12. Sips back. 4 over to 3. Keep it playing keep away right now. Over the 4, over to 21. He's gonna jump up off the backboard in Washington, playing stellar defense.
They've allowed just one bucket so far here in the third quarter. But
a wide
quarter.
open 3 off the edge and picked up and stolen by the Bobcats. Over to 4, and he's gonna lose it. Another steal. He's gonna have it in there.
And one, too. I mean, this is, things are going very well for the Wildcats right now in this quarter. They've outscored the Bobcats by a score of 5-2, and it could potentially be 6-2, and they could make it a 6-point game.
Yeah, they're gonna cut the lead to 7 pending the free throws right coming up very, very soon here. Number 5 took the shot, able to make it in there. Very impressive by him. He's got a few chances to shorten the lead. And that's gonna be in there. So they're gonna have a six-point game. This is the smallest lead we've seen in a while, Jace.
Yeah, it really is, and obviously Basehor Linwood had a very good third quarter and first quarter, but we've seen this game, I mean, Basehor won the first and third, but Washington won the second. It looks like they're winning the fourth right now, and that could really pay dividends in this game.
Well, which team wins in the trenches is the team that's going to win, and it's looking good. And that was an impressive catch there by number 12, jumping around defenders.
And yeah, it was there, and now another out-of-bounds play, so the Bobcats are going to have to inbound it yet again, but the Wildcats are doing such a great job of just countering it right now.
Yeah, the Wildcats have plenty of time here. They are only down by 2 possessions, looking to get a steal, and they're going to call it dead.
And some confusion on the court right now, as we can see.
Foul call number 10, Savion Stone.
And it's going to stay Bobcats ball.
The Wildcats.
Looking for somewhere to go, and he's going to get the chest pass over to 1. They're going to play it dead once again.
Yeah, calling a foul. Things go well again for the Bobcats, as really they're just getting moved down the court by these fouls, aren't they?
Yeah, these fouls are going to play a factor in the end of this game. There's been a lot of them in this game, pretty much on a lot of players, a lot of coaches. You know, it's been everybody, and it's getting into a wide open 1 and a wide open 3. Just barely off the edge, and Washington's driving once again. In the middle, over to wide open 11. Over
Nice
to
move
wide
there.
open 10. Looking for somewhere to go, trying to cut this lead. 10 over to 13.
Under 4 minutes now in the fourth.
Running out of time.
Trying to make a smart decision right now.
Drop it. Couldn't hold in that pass, able to get it back, and he's gonna go up, and he's gonna just short, and he doesn't get the call on the foul. And it's gonna be Bobcats basketball with 3:21 to play.
They really need a bucket right now, and a foul is called.
Very physical play there by the Wildcats.
Foul number 11, Joe Richardson, his second, team 4th foul.
And Joe Richardson, number 11 for the Wildcats, called in the foul right there, and things just not going the way offensively we thought for the Bobcats right now. Just 2 points here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, only 2 points in the fourth quarter. Washington's playing their best defense, and it's tipped and out of bounds off of his arm. That's gonna be another inbound pass.
Now it's gonna bring another
Timeout, Basehor Linwood High School.
and a timeout for the Basehor Linwood Bobcats.
We're gonna step been a very amazing game so far, or excuse me, this entire game has been amazing. There's only a 6-point game right here. Anything could happen.
And the Basehor Linwood Bobcats, they have already been defeated once this week. It'd be great for them to rebound and get a win.
Well, Jace, what do you think the Wildcats need to do here to be able to get this comeback? Because they're only down by 6.
I think they really got to take their time with the shot selection. I mean, you still got 3:18 left in this ball game.
Yes, you have plenty of time, definitely enough time in this game to mount that comeback, but it is going to come down to your decision making.
It really is. Decision making is a huge part at this point in the game.
It definitely is. But on the other side, the Bobcats, what do you think they need to do to keep their lead?
I think you got to keep long possessions, take smart shots, and make sure to get a bucket.
A little bit of a mishandle there by number 3, able to get it, as we tipped and stolen by number 4 of Washington. Their defense has stepped up in this one over a wide open 3, and it's going to be bounced off, but picked up by Washington. They got saved in the bounce inside the paint and around the 3-point line. Bounce under the basket and tipped. Defense has been a huge role in this fourth.
Yeah, it really has. That was a great block there.
Very, very nice. The Bobcats are trying to drive, and they're going to call a
Timeout, Basehor Linwood.
timeout. Basehor Linwood Bobcats, who are up by 6.
And yeah, the coach still very aggravated here late in this ball game with just 2:36 to go. Washington really needs some lucky shots to go in here, and they need to play perfect on defense as well. This game is going down right to the wire.
Well, they've had a few chances down there on their side of the court to put points on the board, but they have came up empty both times. But their defense is playing strong, so hopefully that'll translate into their offense stepping up and taking the lead back.
Yeah, they truly have. I mean, offenses have been struggling, to say the least, here in the fourth quarter. They made a few nice shots, but other than that, not too much.
So they have. Number 1 of the Bobcats is going to pass it in to number 12. Defense is playing really tight here. Back to 4. Trying to extend their lead. Push the defender back over to number 1. Back over to 3. Back to 4 for the 3. Off the edge, and another chance for Washington. Over the middle, and he's gonna get it in there.
A nice bucket that cuts the lead to 4. As we can see, the Basehor Linwood head coach very stressed out on the ground right now.
He's very upset there on his sideline. His team were up by 13 at one point in this game.
Yeah, up by 13 and now only up by 4. With, you know, this game is obviously not clinched and is still losing as a possibility for them. But thankfully, 2 free throws for number 21. Hopefully he can make some of these.
Yes, number 21 up to the line. The first one's gonna be perfect, so we're back to a 5-point game. If he makes this one, we could get back to the score we were at a few minutes ago.
Yeah, we can, and they really need this here to get it to be a 6-point game yet again. And it will be.
Good. So it's another 2-possession game. Here we're running out of time. 2 minutes remain. Over to 13. And it's blocked. And it's picked up by the Bobcats and missed.
The Wildcats catch a break right there.
Yes, after he was caught sleeping. Back over to 11. He's got nowhere to go. Back over to 2, and it's blocked. Picked up by and thrown back right to the other team.
And chaos ensuing right now.
It's a chaotic last couple minutes. We got a minute and a half left. Over to 4. He's going to drive up, and he's going to run over a defender.
And they're going to call a charging foul right there, the right call by the refs. Let's take a look at this replay. Yeah, number 4, he's had a big night, just hit him in the face with that knee.
Foul call number 4, Javian Williams. His third.
And that's going to make it Bobcats basketball with 1:22 remaining. The comeback is still possible, but the chances get smaller, and they're going to call another foul.
Yeah, this has been a very foul-heavy fourth quarter, as really we've seen both teams foul a good amount, you know?
Yeah, we have, definitely. It's played a big part in the reason why we're at this point in the game. We got 1:22 remaining, as it is 45-39 Bobcats.
And yeah, things getting a little bit bleak for the Wildcats right now, trailing by 6 with 1:22 to go. They need a miracle right now.
Yes, they do. They've had plenty of chances. They really have had a lot of chances, unable to capitalize on those chances. But here is where it all comes down, and this is where it all matters. 1:22 on the clock, down by 6. This is your defense's time to shine. Head high ball there, brought in by 12. Tight defense, bounces it back to 4. And he's gonna go for the shot off the edge and out of bounds. 1:09 remaining. And it's gonna stay Bobcats basketball.
Number 4 seems to be exhausted right now.
He's been their star player all night. And it's over to 21. Clock is running down. 1 minute and 5 remaining. Three's got nowhere to go. Over to 1.
Need a long possession right now.
The clock is running down. And he's gonna foul him there.
Hoping he misses some of these 54.4 seconds to play.
Yeah, that foul was intentional, just to get them time to try and get down there and score.
Yeah, just gotta hope he misses some of these shots right now.
Foul call number 15, Sean Kennedy.
And he's gonna miss the first one, so it goes as planned.
The Wildcats need another miss right now, very, very badly.
Very important here if they can get this. And this one is gonna be good. So that's gonna make it a 3-possession game.
And a bit of a fumble.
Rolled behind the line. 44.1 remaining on the clock.
And that might do it for this one. Yeah, big mistake there. 44.1 seconds.
Yeah.
Basehor Linwood gets the basketball.
Yeah, that might do it. Bobcats are just gonna take their time, and they're gonna foul them again. But they are down by 7. They're gonna need to score 3 times. 2 3-pointers in the last 40 seconds.
Foul call number 22, Leon.
Free throw up, and that one is gonna make it an 8-point game.
Yeah, this one pretty much all.
All right, the Wildcats driving, 36 seconds. They're gonna have to get one off quick. And it's gonna be in there.
Quick bucket there.
7-point game, 27 seconds remaining. And it's gonna be a travel, so they're gonna have a little bit of breathing room. 7-point game, they're gonna have to get it off in a quick 3. Quick 3, it's a wide open, quick, and it's off and up and picked up.
And that should do it for this one here, basically guaranteeing a win for the Basehor Linwood Bobcats. And a great performance in a great game we've had here at Liberty North.
Yes, it is. It's going to probably bring us to the end with a 3-score game, 48-41. some free throws here, but we're probably gonna call it quits here.
And
The Wildcats really kept it close until the end, but it was just those streaks by each team, and the Bobcats had the majority of those.
yeah, I
believe 7-point game. Trying to have a happy ending. The 2 is no good, and they're just gonna hold on to the ball. And they're gonna foul him once again. Isn't gonna do much for you there.
yeah, obviously with 6.3 seconds left to play, this one's all but over.
Yes, it is. There is a lot.
Call number 2, Jamari Williams.
Another foul. So they're going to start racking up the lead. Nine-point lead now with 6 to play.
They're going to get to 50 right there.
And this 9-point lead should hopefully cool down the head coach of the Bobcats, as his team is the winners here in this one, winning by a score of 50-43 over the Washington Wildcats. It was a great matchup. I've been Caden Simpson, joined alongside by Jace Perrette. Thanks for tuning in.
That was a great game, wasn't it, Caden?
It was a great game. It came down to the wire. I mean, we almost saw a pretty great comeback there.
Yeah.
But it was cut short.
Yeah, the Wildcats really just couldn't finish in that one. They were struggling to make shots, and the Bobcats, that's because they played really good defense. And, you know, when you force the offense to make really tough shots, it can be difficult to win.
Well, this has been a great matchup right now, or tonight, where the Wildcats fall to the Bobcats with a score of 50-43.